universal law, a secret weapon I'm going to share here. Hello internet, welcome back to my channel, and here we are again. Today it's 1st of November 2019, and like few days back, a week back almost, I posted an idea for stocks market which was the bullish trend, and it has already started working and I'm in a lot of profit right now. And I'm going to show you when I posted this idea and how it is working and what are we anticipating the next direction for the market. So if you have not been in a position right now, you can use this idea because it's a bullish it's a bullish direction for next few days as well, unless it hits the target that I have mentioned in this channel. You can go back to my playlist where you will see stock market, and you can check out the ideas that I post. Like I explain them every day to day, and I have also posted the days or like the dates, which you can check and see on which date what did I post. So everything is pretty transparent. I'm not going to say that I'm 100% correct every time and not correct, but most of the time the technical analysis that I do, they do work really nicely. So hopefully you're going to make use of them, and make sure to subscribe to my channel for next idea and all the information that I'm sharing on my channel. Okay, so let's begin with today's topic, which is where the market is going and what was the idea that I posted which is working really nicely. Okay, so this is tradingview.com. You can go to this website and you can see what other people are doing, but here's my idea which I posted. You can see here my ideas. Okay, so when I go in here, I posted this idea here when the market was on 302.86 level, and I said that the market direction is going to be going upwards. As you can see in here, when I'm going to press this play button, it's going to show that this what did the market do after I posted this idea. For example, let's go and do that. I'm going to press this play button, and you can see that you can see this yellow bar here and this like a bit of gray, like lighter colors of the market, which means this is what the market is doing after I posted the idea. So you can see that the market started going upwards as anticipated and forecasted by me. And why did I say the market will go up? All the reasons have been mentioned in my previous videos, and I'm going to explain them again here. So if you're new and if you wanna information on stocks market, you can always go back and see, or you can just see this video to get into this trading idea. So for me, the next target for the market will be approximately 313, around this area. I'm not going into the micro level at the moment because it's a general fib that I created for you guys to share. Apart from this, I'm going to tell you that once the market hits its anticipated long like swing trade direction, which is bullish, it's going to fall down really big. Why is this going to happen? So you have to place your stops. Once you're in a profit, make sure you place your stop below certain level that you feel good about. Don't be greedy, because I can already see distribution happening in the market in the lower time frames, which means the market has started like it's going to fall big after it hits its target. So make sure you place your stops in order to collect your profits. Okay, so for now the target, as I said, is here, and now I'm going to explain why is it going up, and then I'm going to explain that what is distribution and where do I see it and when it's going to happen. Okay, so let's begin. I drew these fibs on the last trend here. See, this is the trend here till this, like this point here. This was the trend that I used to draw the fibs. Okay, then it retraced, like it moved up to more than 50% of the fibs, which means the next market direction was for sure upward. This is kind of a universal law, a secret weapon I'm going to share here, that the next retracement of fibs is the actual next direction of the market. When it happens is another story, but that is the market direction. It is the biggest secret anyone can tell you. in stocks market, and this is like has worked wonders for me, and that's why I'm sharing it with you guys. Okay, so then it came drop down. This was actually the retest, okay, because the market is always going to do its thing before making the big move. Okay, so here was the best entry for everybody, and then after that it just kept going up. Yes, there are few days that are going to be red. That does not mean that the market is changing its direction. It's just, you know, market stuff that you go into the other time frames and you can see why it happened. But for now, you can see the market is going beautifully up. This was the beautiful day. These were the few beautiful days where actually the big, you know, most of the people shorted the market, because you know the market was going really up for a pretty long time, and I saw a lot of ideas where people were saying that short the market is going really high and all that stuff. And I was also of an opinion, because I saw a lot of indicators, a lot of patterns that were happening, like double top pattern over here. If it would have been a double top, I was anticipating that the market will drop, but I gave you know, another reason that not to enter the market unless you see certain signs. That detail has been mentioned in my previous videos. You can go back and see why I said not to enter the market on double top unless some particular indicator I mentioned in my previous videos, and you can go and check that unless you see that happening, do not enter the market short. And that worked actually beautifully, and you know, the next day here we saw a big gap up and the market started moving up. But again, these wicks that you can see in the previous 2 days, these are the people that shorted the market. The wicks, the shadow, the tail, whatever you want to call it, this is actually the people that are trapped in the market, and they are waiting anxiously for the market to drop so that they can, you know, minimize their losses. They cannot be in profit. They just want to, you know, minimize their losses. If they're not in options, of course. You know, in options things expire and you lose everything completely. So the thing here, beautiful thing here, is today is going to be a full green market, because these people are already, you know, in a loss, and they're not going to enter in a new position unless they clear their losses. So everybody that's going to come in the market is already going to be green, because everybody can see that there are a lot of people already trapped short in the market. Why to short it again? Right? Because if they're going to exit their position, it means, you know, the number of shorts is less. So you know, it's kind of elastic band. When you release it, you know what happens. It's in the stock market is just like that. So everybody is going to be green for a couple of next few days. We might see some gaps up, and whatever, you know, any drop that you see is a good entry point for long, until we hit this point. But here comes the big but. Okay, not that but. Anyways, if you go into the lower time frames, for example, we go to a 5 minutes chart, and you can see big distribution happening, which means the moment the market is going to hit oh sorry, guys, I missed another important point on the daily chart, and I want to share this with you for, you know, information and educational purposes, that why did the market did not drop at double top. One reason that I did not mention in my previous videos, that's why I'm sharing it here, was that the market was never in oversold position. Okay, never overbought. So that is why it had to move up. This was another point that I should have mentioned in my previous videos, but you know, people were saying that, you know, oh, the market will go down. So I was wondering all the reasons that why did the market not go down, apart from all the reasons that I mentioned in my previous videos. Another point was that the market was never oversold. How do you see oversold? It's through other indicators that I'm going to share in some other videos, but for now I just wanted to add this another point here. Anyways, let's going back to lower time frame, which was time frame number for 5 minutes. And here I mentioned that the market is in distribution. What is distribution? Distribution is when you see stock market going sideways for a while, but some of the indicators are going down. Okay, for example, in this case we can see MACD here, it's going down while the price action is completely sideways, kind of moving sideways, What happens here that we can see a big bounce up and then a drop in the market. That is called distribution. But this fall is not going to come until this MACD is below 0. Excuse me, sorry guys. So it is not going to drop until the MACD is below the 0 point. This is a very important point. You guys should always remember that even if you spot distribution or accumulation, it is not going to happen unless the MACD comes below point 0. Okay, now let's move to the another time frame which is higher, a bit higher, which is 15 minutes. We can see that the market here is in oversold position right now. So what is happening, and the SMA 50, this blue line is SMA 50. I've mentioned in my previous video, I'm mentioning it here again, that SMA 50 is like a magnet to price action. Wherever the SMA 50 is, once the market is in oversold position, the price is like either SMA 50 will slowly move upwards towards the price, or the price will drop towards the SMA 50. So in this case we can see distribution happening, but it's going pretty slow because it's the lower time frame, and the market is going to be out of this overbought zone for a bit, or even if it's not out of the overbought zone, it's gonna just keep absorbing into the higher and higher time frame unless it's so much in distribution in all time frames, and then we are gonna see up the big drop. So at this point the best trading position is always the swing position. That is where you're going to make the maximum profit. In days like this, it's not, when the market is making a new trend, it's not good unless if you're trading in the day, in the start of the market day or at the end of the market day. In the middle, it's not good to trade unless you know how to trade the gap. There are complete good strategies by many traders that are teachers as well. I myself am going to share some gap strategies, gap patterns that you can use to make good profits by using the start of the market day and the end of the market day. But for now we are not going into these details right now. For now, the best swing trade ideas are just if you want solid profit, it's going to be a swing trade idea. Just put your position, buy long for now and wait for this to hit this what do you call it, a target, and always place your stops below, so you can collect profit if the market does retest a bit. Okay, so this is for now that I wanted to share about the swing trade idea. Again, how does the market work? Actually the market works in a, like, market is always moves in a from lower time frame to higher time frame, and the volume comes in the lower time frame and it keeps absorbing in the higher time frame, unless the higher time frame becomes so heavy that it drops, and then we suddenly see the drop in the market that I'm talking about. So that is where you can actually short the market. And if you see the candles, the short candles, they're like the bearish candles, they are always pretty bigger than in comparison to the green candles. Why is it? Because when the market starts falling, it's because of already the distribution that has happened in the lower time frames, and whenever the market is going up, it's kind of people are not sure if it's going to happen, if it's safe and all that stuff. But this is how it goes. I hope you like my video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification button for future updates, and make sure you go and check out my other stock videos. You're gonna love them. You're gonna love the ideas. I hope you're gonna like how I explain. If you have any questions about anything, make sure to leave a comment. I will get back to you. I read all the comments and I reply to everybody. Until next time, take care. Bye bye.